Kind of put Kyle in the category of like my high school coach, and like me and my high school coach like still tight to this day. He was just at the recent past NFC Championship game, and man, it's just like a bond that you create with somebody that can't be broken. It's like whenever I'm done and it's all said and done, like I feel like I can still reach out to Kyle and just have like these simple conversations that we be having.
What's the fun?
I don't know. You gotta see.
What's the funniest thing about playing in a Shanahan system?
What's the funniest? I don't know. I don't think nothing too funny about it.
Deebo, what would you say to the younger generation who wants to play on NFL's big stage?
Oh man, like with the new generation coming up, I just feel like number one is school for sure, 100%. Listen to your parents do school. I just feel like the kids like nowadays they're just like so much athleticer than, I don't know if that's a word, but they're so much better than what we was when we was little. Like you got 14 and 13-year-olds like dunking and doing all type of stuff. So I just say just continue to do what you were doing, and the sky's the limit.
This team has so many weapons. A lot of great players offensively. In the NBA, that doesn't always seem to work, but it seems to work with your team. I know. So how were you able to make that work? All those great players, and everybody seems content.
Like you said, I don't think this is the NBA. You got 11 people instead of 5 out there on the court. But it's only one ball. I mean, it's a matter of time before your chance comes. You just got to take advantage of every chance that you get.
Deebo.
I just think Brock is just real smart, and like whether like the moment is never too big for him, and he's just been the same person he's always been like since he stepped in the hood.
What's your favorite attributes about Brock as a?
His wife's faster line blow up. Did you realize you would
Nah,
read that one?
I ain't gonna buy that one. Juice definitely told me it was Taylor Swift, but I ain't buying that.
Well, he said you started it.
Yeah. Juice, you such a liar.
Deebo, what about this matchup? The D-backs of the Chiefs against the wide receivers of you guys, you
What
guys.
about it?
What about it? What do you think about this matchup?
I think they play a pretty good ball. I think it'll be a pretty good matchup.
And what do you think is the best wide receiver in the history of the NFL? And why?
Best receiver of all time. In my era, I'm going Julio Jones.
Deebo,
Why?
how do you assess the corners, McDuffie and the Jarius Sneed? Just your thoughts on them, man.
Like I just said, I think they do a pretty good job at their job.
You still, that play.
Oh man, like I just stated, I remember being in the gym with him, and I didn't really know who Trent was at the time. And Jet McKinnon, he was our teammate at the time, and he took me down there to Trent Gym. And I'm just like, I seen him lift, and he just got all the energy, strong, chilling. And I was like, once I realized who it was, I walked up to him, I dapped him up, we was talking. And it's just like, ever since then, like, it feel like, when I met him, it felt like I knew him forever. And like, man, just from there to now, man, it's just crazy.
What?
Honestly, I really rarely watched football growing up because I was a basketball player. But I don't know, honestly. I think the one I can remember, I think I was like in college or something when my dog Alshon was playing for the Eagles.
What's your first memory of a Super Bowl?
2019.
And what do you think is the best play ever in a Super Bowl? Your favorite?
I don't know.
A lot of that.
said yesterday or the other day he was the moment that he went into the Super Bowl, you drove by Allegiant, you saw the logos. When was the moment you felt we're back in the Super Bowl? Was there a moment that hit you?
When we got on the bus to leave Levi's, like, bro, like, we here. Like, you know, I was talking to Brandon today, and I'm just like, bro, it kind of feels different than, like, talking about it and you really hear it. He's like, yeah, bro, it's a little different. I said, yeah, man, like, you got to enjoy it, bro, but I promise you, like, we got to keep the main thing just so we get the job done.
Is that a rush, like the emotions, butterflies, like, or what kind of emotions is it? Like a combination of excitement and nerves?
Me personally, I ain't never nervous, honestly, but you know, it comes to time and like certain parts of the day, you be like, yo, bro, we in the Super Bowl, and then you be like, yeah, it's just another game, but it's a real big game. So I mean, you gotta stay here in order to be your best.
Are you really never nervous
No,
about
I'm never
anything?
nervous. Nah.
What about when your son was being
Deebo, you ever think about fighting? Like, did you ever think of fighting growing up, boxing? You know,
That's how I got my name Deebo. I used to fight all the time.
Did you ever think of boxing or who do it now?
Deebo, nobody in the NFL runs more tight formations than you guys. Can you try to explain what that kind of formation means to open up the offense?
It's kind of crazy because I don't necessarily watch other teams' offenses and stuff, but it's crazy that you say that. It's just like, I think Kyle just, the mind that he has for like this offense was like off the charts. And like I credit Brock for like being able to learn as fast as he had to do because I play receiver, so I played one position my rookie year and they took me the whole 365. And so for him to be able to come in and just learn it like this, I mean, that was just crazy. But as far as the formations and stuff, like we have 1,001 formations that you have to remember. So, I mean, it is what it is.
We bring.
Like playing for Cal is just like I think just everything is just different. The scheme, the mindset, and like as you go down the line, like George and Trent and all the guys that he brought in as part of the Cal type of era, you kind of see like, as far as like blocking and stuff. Like I play receiver, I'm like, man, I'm out here to run routes. I ain't out here to block nobody, but that's just something that you have to do in order to play for him. Like you have to have that physical mindset. You got to be able to do the things that you don't want to do that he needs you to do.
It's natural that we talk about 2019. I wonder, for you, the heartbreak of that specific game, how did that compare to anything you've ever experienced in football? How difficult was it?
That's like number one. Like that's like one of the worst heartbreaks I ever had.
Any issues with
Your
the
basketball background show up on the field?
Making people miss. I got a little 1-2 crossover one time. I got a little something.
What's the closest NBA comp then for you? Because Patrick said he would be like a Steph Curry. So
I'm Donovan Mitchell for sure.
any issues with the
Donovan Mitchell.
Oh yeah, so
I'll be mixed.
Spider. Spider.
any issues with the field, Deebo?
Cal talk about it.
There's a lot of great coaches around.